What is up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the next episode of the Three Peaks Fitness Podcast. I'm Coach Mark.
I'm Coach Lynette.
We are going to talk about something that's going to make you feel a little bit vulnerable today. Right?
Yes.
But we've all been there. When you're embarrassed to work out, when you're embarrassed to go to the gym.
Self-consciousness.
Yeah, self-consciousness.
It's a barrier to a lot of people. You know, around this time of year, everyone's like, oh, you know, I'd like to get in better shape. So they make these they join the gym, and then maybe they go once or twice, and then this becomes a barrier. Like, oh, I'm really self-conscious, I'm uncomfortable. You know, you start to see the other people in there that have been going for a while, and they're really in shape. That's one reason, right?
Yeah.
The body image thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one that comes to mind. But there's actually lots of other reasons that people are embarrassed to go to the gym. Another one is, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm just kind of wandering around. I'll get on the treadmill. I don't know what to do with the equipment.
Right.
I don't know what movements to do.
Yeah.
That's a big one too.
Yeah.
You'd feel kind of stupid. Like, oh, everyone seems to know what they're doing, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no one likes to feel that way.
Yeah, they sort of feel like they're wandering. So the equipment. And then another one is bodily functions that come up. So if you're an excessive sweater, or if you tend to get really nauseous and you're afraid you're going to vomit, or if you have bladder control problems and you tend to wet your pants when you're doing ballistic movements, and you don't want to wet your pants in public, which is totally understandable.
Yeah, who does?
So bodily functions can be a barrier to exercising in a gym.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that these are all very normal feelings to have.
Totally
and
normal.
Everyone experiences them. And the people that you see at the gym that look like they know what they're doing, chances are they started out with those feelings as well.
You got to remember that. All those people that, the little sleek looking women or the really super buff looking, they didn't start out that way.
Yeah, they just endured.
Yeah.
They persevered until they felt comfortable there. And, you know, it's funny. Fitness, I feel like, is one of the areas where people can kind of maybe change. People maybe aren't. They don't have the same level of follow through that they might in other skills, right? So, like, if I'm starting a job as I don't know, a scientist, right? Like, I'm not gonna know what I'm doing, right? The first day, first week, first month.
Oh, you're not gonna walk into the lab and just cure cancer right away.
Yeah, like you just don't. It's just part of like the process, is not knowing what you're doing, not feeling comfortable. But over time, the more you expose yourself to it, you see how things work, you feel more comfortable. In fitness, it's easier maybe, I think, to get to give up, number one, because if you're a scientist, you need to pay the bills, right? But you're maybe it doesn't feel quite as vulnerable, right? A lot of times these insecurities come from this, a lot of times people have been battling with, these feelings for a very long time. And when you're kind of forced to confront that insecurity, like, oh, I don't look like that super fit lady on the treadmill who's been running for the last 30 minutes at the gym, or I don't look like that dude who's got huge biceps. Like, we're kind of forced to, in a very real way, come face to face with what we're not. I think that gets to people sometimes. But again, I want to reiterate, these feelings are very normal. We all have them. And there's ways to work around them.
Yeah, definitely. So, let's go into our we offer some practical short-term solutions and some long-term solutions.
Yeah, so if you're nervous, embarrassed to work out, embarrassed to go to the gym, and it's just too much for you to even step foot in a public gym, then you don't need to, right? Start off, just keep breaking down that goal that you have of working out smaller and smaller until it's digestible. Maybe that means just going for walks or jogs, right? Maybe that means practicing some exercises at home. Watch a couple YouTube videos, how to do a squat, how to do a push-up, like kind of practice in the privacy of your own home until you feel more comfortable with that.
I like that. Yeah, meet yourself where you're at and say, okay, figure out, all right, what is my barrier? Okay, if your barrier is, I don't know what movements to do, then work on that at home.
Yeah.
Figure out what movements you want to do. And then when you're confident with the squats and with the lunges and the push-ups, you feel like you have a pretty good handle on the form, then you can take it to the gym and start adding some weights to those movements.
Yeah.
Yeah, and build on the confidence that you build at home.
Yeah, and it's so easy in this day and age with all the content that's available online. You know, you can literally, once you feel comfortable, maybe you do your thing in the gym, or at home until you feel more comfortable with body weight and stuff.
Yeah.
And then do some more research. Say, okay, like maybe I'll try this workout at the gym at Columbia Association or Planet Fitness or whatever gym you go to.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try this workout, and you can kind of do your research and be like, okay, this is how I do this workout. So you feel more confident going in, right? And then when you do decide to step foot in the gym, try to go during non-peak hours.
Yeah.
Gyms are just like any other service type establishment. They're going to be busiest before work hours and then after work hours. So, and usually there's like a little rush.
There's a lunchtime rush.
Yeah, lunchtime. So if you can work your schedule around that, if you can go at like 2 or 3 p.m. or 10, 11 a.m., like usually that's going to be a pretty quiet time. There won't be as many people there, and maybe you won't feel quite as embarrassed because there won't be as many people there.
Yeah. My other idea is I was reading online about a lady that really had major issues with going to the gym. Yeah, she had a lot of body image issues. She found a gym full of really old people. Like these people were going from one piece of equipment to another using a walker. And she was like the youngest one in there, and she felt very spry and she's not worried about her body image because everyone else was in there just trying to remain functional.
Yeah.
So that really worked for her for a while. And then she eventually, about a year later, transitioned to another gym.
Nice.
But find a gym where you're like, hey, I'm cool with this.
Yeah, that worked. That
find yourself a Silver Sneakers gym if they'll let you in.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great idea. And I think to your point, it's important to realize, obviously she felt more comfortable because she was in that scenario, a big fish in a small pond, if you will.
Yeah,
right? Like the competition wasn't very fierce there.
Right.
So, but also it's important to realize the people that are at the gym, they're not watching you.
They're
not looking at you.
I promise you. That's what everyone's worried about.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all watching. I'm like, no, they were worried about their own stuff.
Yeah. Everyone is. It's human nature. They're in their own little world.
They barely notice you, maybe.
Yeah. They're probably looking at themselves. If there's mirrors at the gym, they're probably watching themselves lift, and they're not staring at you.
Right.
So they're just kind of try your best to get that out of your head and tell yourself, hey, like this is an irrational thought I'm having. Like these people aren't they're not looking at you.
And if someone does notice you, and they notice, they're a little bit new, maybe out of shape, they're rooting for you.
Right.
People at the gym want more people at the gym. They enjoy. They don't want to be the only fit person on the earth.
Yeah.
Right. They want this for other people. They usually have a very generous spirit when it comes to fitness.
Yeah. Everyone that I've ever met when I belonged to gyms, everyone is very friendly.
Yeah.
Like everyone wants to be supportive. If you go, hey, can you spot me? Yeah, no problem. Hey, how do you use this machine? Like, actually, the people who are the most intimidating are going to be the best resource. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is the people who are in the best shape, they know what they're doing, right? So if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask them. You might be intimidated by them by the way they look, but they're still a person. Yeah. Like just because they look are in really good shape doesn't mean they're going to bully you.
They didn't start out that way.
Yeah, and they didn't start out that way.
Yeah,
everyone knows what it's like to start a fitness journey. They may have started out right in your shoes, and so.
And if you ran into a jerk at one point or another, that's the exception.
Yeah,
that's the exception. Don't think, that's how they all are.
Right. Yeah, they're not. And, maybe if you don't feel comfortable talking to someone who is in really good shape and getting advice from them, maybe you hire a coach.
Yeah.
Right? Hire a professional to teach to show you the ropes.
Yeah. Just say, hey, I want to learn the equipment. You got to tell them what you want. You got to say, I want to learn, movements. Show me what movements to do, and I want to learn this equipment. Show them the equipment you're interested in, and they'll show you how to do it.
Yeah. Or I know a lot of times it may be the case where you don't know exactly what it is you want to do
Maybe
just
you
because
have
you're
no
new to
idea.
fitness. Yeah. In which case, a professional is another good option. Say, hey, I know I want to lose weight. That's everyone who doesn't want to lose weight, right?
Right.
I want to lose weight, or I want to get fit. How do I do that?
Yeah.
Right? And that's a good question. And a professional will help you narrow things down and figure that out.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's worth the money, even if you pay for a trainer for, 2 or 3 months or whatever it takes
Yeah.
to get you to the point where you're confident enough to go into the gym on your own and get into that meathead section of the gym and start picking up some weights. Whatever it takes, it's worth it, because for the rest of your life, you will be comfortable going in there picking up weights. One time I was in the gym and I was trying to share a rack with someone else that was much bigger, much stronger. Like, he was a total, big lifter. And I think me and my friend were squatting 25 pounds or something. But I reminded myself, I said, I pay the same membership fee he does. I've got every right to be here. It doesn't matter that I look different than him.
Yeah.
So.
And how was the interaction? Did he make fun of you? Like, was he bullying you?
He
Like,
did. He was a little bit cheeky, but I held my own.
Okay, there you go.
He was a little bit cheeky, but he was nice.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe he was annoyed. He had to keep taking off all the plates and
it-
stuff.
like, I'm sharing a rack with people that are only
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And another good option too is, you mentioned you were there with a friend. Go with a friend.
Yes, take a
It
friend
always
with you.
helps to bring a friend. Ideally, maybe bring a friend who does work out and knows what they're
Yes.
doing. But if you don't have a friend who knows what they're doing, then just bring a friend who's interested in also getting in shape.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can kind of share that uncomfortable burden
That
of
really
doing
helps.
something new together. Yeah,
Mhm.
that can be really helpful.
Let's be awkward together.
Yeah, laugh about it.
Yeah,
afterwards.
it's just part of the journey. Someday you'll look back at that and like, oh yeah, I remember when I didn't know what I was doing. Like, and give it time.
Yeah.
The thing with fitness is
Yeah.
people, they want to feel good in 2 weeks, but it may take months to feel like you belong there. And don't resist that. It's okay if something takes a while.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. I mean, realistically, if you're in a situation where you haven't been consistently active
Yeah,
for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, yeah, buckle in. It's going to take a while. So don't
Yeah.
expect it to happen
Yeah.
after a week.
gonna have to own it. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the slowest,
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna be the beginner, and that's where I'm at right now. It's just part of my story.
yeah. But the cool thing about that is everyone kind of ends up being really good at something.
Yeah,
So the longer you stick with it, you'll find things that you enjoy, exercises you enjoy, exercises that you're good at. And something that I've noticed as a coach is everyone kind of has their thing.
yeah,
Eventually, eventually everyone kind of finds their thing. Maybe you're just really good. You have a freakishly strong core and you can plank for days.
yeah,
Maybe you're the only one in your circle that can end up doing a pull-up. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe you're a really strong squatter. You won't know until you
Right.
get into it and kind of find what you enjoy doing.
yeah.
and what
Everyone
you
has a
excel
little
at.
superpower.
Yeah, everyone has a superpower.
Yeah.
But you got to stick with it long enough to find out what that superpower is.
Absolutely, yeah. Some people are like get strong really fast, or some
Yeah.
people develop endurance really well. Everyone's a little different.
Yeah.
So let's see. Our other. I would say we kind of sort of talked about this, but yes, other people are not looking at you. But when those thoughts come, expect the thoughts to come. Like, oh, everyone's looking at me. That's going to pop up. Just repeat to yourself. Focus on my workout. Focus on what I'm doing. That's why you're there. Don't worry about other people. They are not looking at you. But the more you think about other people, the more you're just going to get more and more anxious. So just focus out. All right, let's walk in there with a plan. All right, today I'm doing squats. I'm doing 15 minutes on the treadmill, and all right, I'm just going to get this done. This is what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
Just keep focusing on that, and don't let your thoughts, don't dwell on other stuff that's going to be a problem, an obstacle to you doing your workout.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Focus on your workout, and when you reach a point where you feel comfortable with the workout, what you'll probably find, especially if you go to a commercial gym, what you'll probably find is you will just naturally end up making friends. because what usually happens is usually you work out around the same time, the same days, and so do the same people, right? It's very routine oriented.
Yeah.
And so naturally you'll end up just making small talk with people and just end up making friends. And as you kind of immerse yourself in the community, you'll feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
That's usually how it works at a commercial gym. At a private gym, you make friends a lot faster because you're going to a class and it's like, hey, everyone, this is
It's a bonding
so-and-so.
experience.
Yeah, so it happens a lot faster.
That was one. Yeah, that's another thing. Sign up for a class.
Yeah.
Most gyms have a class. That can be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Suffer together.
Yeah.
So classes are helpful because then it's all planned for you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about that. I don't know what to do thing.
Right.
But whether you go to a class or whether you're going to go into the gym on your own, have some kind of plan of what you want to do instead of just having to walk around and wonder, what should I do?
Yeah.
So just, it's like, okay, even if it's just basic, like, all right, I'm going to start out with 15 minutes of cardio and then I'm going to go do some pushing, some push-ups, and some squats. I mean, that's an extremely simple plan, but at least you walk in there, you know what to do.
Yeah.
And then if you see it at the chin-up bar and you decide to do a few of those, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you have at least some kind of small plan, then you feel more confident walking in there, like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I belong here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think ultimately the best thing. Ultimately, we gave you guys some advice on things you can do.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you want to get to a point where you just kind of own who you are, right? Like, you are a beginner.
Yeah.
And the anxiety comes from, I guess, thinking you shouldn't be, but you are, right?
Yeah.
Like you think you're embarrassed because you don't know what you're doing, and you're worried that people will judge you for not knowing what you're doing. But number one, no one's judging you, and number two, just own your novicehood. Is that a word? Own your beginnership.
It's okay to be a beginner.
Yeah, it's okay to be a beginner.
Yeah.
And when you just own it, and you don't go into it expecting to be an expert and knowing exactly what to do, like, you can't be embarrassed by it. It's like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Like, right now, this is who I am right now. It's not who I'm always going to be.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm a beginner. So, of
And
course,
just-
I don't know what I'm doing.
And if body image is really a huge issue for you, that is something in the long term that you want to take a deep dive on and learn to change your reason for working out. If you're working out only to change how your body looks, it's...
Oh, we're getting deep here.
Oh,
Yeah.
right? You need to change the reason you're working out, right? Some days I work out just to celebrate the fact that I can move.
Mhm.
It's like, I'm celebrating the fact that I can move. That's the
Yeah.
reason I'm working out today. Some days I'm like, I'm just, I'm going to focus on, getting my heart rate up, or find reasons other than the way you look.
Yeah.
And then, but it does help, although, it does help to have some nice workout clothes. If you're feeling frumpy,
Mhm.
it's okay to go get a nice workout gear. It doesn't have to be super expensive. You just go to Target and get something that you feel good in, and then you can, that can really help some people to walk in knowing, all right, I'm dressed appropriately, I feel good in these clothes, and go ahead and buy them in the size that you are now. I know this is tough for some people. They want to buy the next size down. Oh, I'm going to work my way. I'm going to earn those cute workout clothes.
Nah.
Buy a cute workout set for the size you're in now. Go into the workout room and just say, if I never lose a single pound, I'm just going to get good at this.
Mhm.
I'm a person who works out no matter what.
Yeah.
And just change your identity. Then, if you really want to improve your body image, I recommend a book by Lindsay and Lexi Kite called, now the title has escaped me, but it's on the website, beautyredefined.org. But it's really transformative for changing your body image. You're going to find the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So, I read that book last year, and it has really changed my reasons for working out, and it's been very, very transformative mentally for body image. So if you can
More
get...
than a body?
More than a body.
More than a body.
Thank you. More than a body. They have a great website, some really good YouTube videos, and a terrific book that you can listen to, read by the author.
Mhm.
So those are great books. And you learn to work out. There's a whole section on there on working out without worrying about how your body looks and just enjoying what your body can do. It's a new experience to do that.
Yeah, that's so interesting that you're saying that, because now that I think about it, over the last 10 years or so that I've been a trainer, I don't think I've ever trained anyone whose goal was based on the way they look, who was able to sustain it.
True.
And what I mean by that is, like, there's definitely people, I want to lose weight, I want to fit in this, like, I want to look a certain way. You will temporarily be able to stick to it and lose weight.
Yeah.
But I don't, and I'm being serious, I don't think I've ever known anyone who's maintained it for an extended period of time, for years, when that is their only goal.
Yep.
You have to shift the way you view exercise.
What do I want to be able to do? What do I feel?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And 9 times out of 10, what ends up happening is when you focus on the right things, the other stuff takes care of itself.
Yeah. Yeah. The weight loss is a side effect.
It's a side effect. But if that's your only focus, I hate to say it, I don't want to sound negative, but it's probably not going to happen. And if it does, it's not going to last.
Mm-hmm.
So you really want to work on learning to appreciate your body, what it's capable of, and creating goals around that, as opposed to just, I want to lose weight, I want to be skinny and look better.
Yeah.
That's it. That's an empty goal.
Yeah, it's because that can come and go.
Mm-hmm.
But learning to appreciate what your body can do and how you feel when you exercise, and the fact that you are taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Just the fact that, I did the workout, maybe it wasn't my best workout ever, but it's like brushing your teeth. I did something to take care of myself, and then you have that that's a win for the day.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Feel better about yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And it gives you, and bringing it full circle to our original point of, being embarrassed when you work out.
Yeah.
If you do struggle with the body image issues, like, finding something that you're good at can be empowering.
Yeah.
So, okay, maybe I'm not the most confident with my body shape, but I'm very confident deadlifting, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm very confident
Yeah.
with kettlebells, or I'm very confident with whatever, doing core work, whatever it is, right?
Something you enjoy.
Yeah. And this is what my body is capable of, and that can give you confidence.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah. Do you have anything else? I think we covered everything.
No, we hope this is helpful to people. Yeah, because I know this is a big barrier to people.
Yeah.
Getting to the gym.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. All in all, guys, just remember, it's normal to feel, to be embarrassed and to be, unsure and insecure when you're first starting a workout routine and going to a gym. Just remember, everyone's experienced what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
And no one gives a shit what you're doing. No one's watching you.
I'd never addressed the body functions, like the sweat, and the vomit and the urine. So sweat, bring a towel and own it. Like, you're going to sweat. That's what you do. If you are a person that gets nauseous during your workouts, we've had a few people come in here when they first start working out, they get nauseous really often.
Mm-hmm. That's
okay.
normal. Yeah.
So you're going to have to do your workout in small bouts. Stay near the door, or near the bathroom.
Or a trash can. Yeah.
Or just, figure out a way to make it work. Don't let it be you're going to have to get through that.
Yeah.
And then if you happen to urinate on yourself, some people have, bladder problems. So at first, just wear whatever protection you need, right? Feminine napkins or whatever. And then go see a pelvic therapist, because urinating on yourself is not like pelvic floor dysfunction is not normal. It's a dysfunction. Mm-hmm. So there is an answer for that in the long term. But for now, just wear whatever you need to wear and just get out there and just own it. And just the workouts need to happen. You can't wait to not have bladder control issues until you can work out. So do something for the short term, and then go see a pelvic therapist for the long term stuff.
Yeah. Go see Dr. Veronica Brugman.
Yeah.
At Alpha Project Physio.
There we go. I can never remember the name.
But yeah, guys, hopefully this was helpful.
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next time.
All right, bye.